Alright, we done? Can I talk about stuff? Alright. We should be good. Hello, Internet. How we doing? Doing some Zenless tonight. I don't know what in Zenless, but we're just gonna do some Zenless tonight. But first... So, a quick Blockies update. We've got 0-1 and Arc 0, or Arc 1. Not Arc 0, Arc 1. For Fox Snakes. I see you dropping. I saw that. I saw that drop. But we got Arc 0-1 and Arc 1 for Rider Galaxy S1. They look nice. Arc 1 doesn't come with anything. It's just the figure. 0-1 does come with the caliber in, or the attached caliber in sword mode. Doesn't come with it in suitcase mode, which is a shame. But yeah, that was basically it. The other thing I wanted to talk about, don't normally talk about this, but this is worth talking about at least. So S&P are doing a couple of streams this weekend for their 10th anniversary. Today was a Gal Ranger themed stream. Tomorrow is an Armor Core 6 stream, which, to be perfectly honest, I don't particularly care for Armor Core. It's a neat thing, but it's not my kind of thing. But here we have the Gal Ranger announcement. It's a pretty big announcement. So they announced the I think it's Power Animals Extra Initiative. So what they're doing is they're doing right now the Power Animals that were in the concept art for Gal Ranger after the show ended. Context. I will grab appropriate images from this. They are not translated, mind you, but it will give a little bit of context. So the two pictures you see, or the two pages actually, you see here are from a Super Sentai art book. Actually, why don't I just pull up the art book itself? It'll be a little bit better quality. I think they'll be on the correct pages. Okay. So there we go. But yeah, as you see these two pages, these are from a Super Sentai art book, specifically the Super Sentai Robot Art Collection. I think it's like 90s something to like 2002, I think. And there's the internet drop again, because fucking course it does. God, I'm so fucking tired. So tired of dealing with this. I'm so tired this fucking week in general. I can just feel my internal desire to just snap at somebody or something over something. And I am trying really hard not to, but it is... I am at my fucking limit this week. Anyway. So, from this art book, we got... concept art for a bunch of power animals for Gal Ranger. Now, for context, Gal Ranger, within its lore, I guess, there's supposed to be 100 power animals. We only ever saw about 20 some odd power animals over the course of the series, but there are 100 power animals within the context of Gal Ranger. They have an official list. This is actually where that list came from. That lists out all the power animals. Bear in mind, I think Power Ranger Wiki has a translated version. I think greenpowerranger.com has a translated list. But from this art book, we see some of the ones that were like conceptualized, but didn't really go past the concept art. So we've got a peacock. We've got presumably a wallaby, not a kangaroo. Wallaby. That's a key difference here. Walrus, a turtle. I believe that's a horse, a mouse, bat, mammoth, a swallow, a mole, a penguin, a manta ray. There's the bat again, a boar. You get the idea. So all of these were conceptualized at least, but they didn't go past there. But that doesn't actually get us like anywhere close to like half. But as you see here, we've got a bunch of those, including the cobra that I think was like snuck in the fucking somewhere in here. The cobra is somewhere in here. I don't know where the cobra is in this concept art. Oh, there it is. Or nope, that's the weapons. Oh, right, there it is. Right there. It's kind of like... You don't notice it, but it's like right there. Anyway. So what they're doing is they are three-dimensionalizing these concept arts into full SMP releases. So we've got the cobra, the peacock, the sea turtle, the walrus, and the wallaby. They're releasing in pairs over the course of December to February of next year. Like this December to February of next year. Specifically, they are re-releasing basically all of the Gal Ranger stuff because the things are compatible with the Gal Ranger mecha. So we've got Gal King Swordmaster. We'll take a look at the blog here in a second. The blog has more pictures and details and stuff. But Peacock plus Gal King gets you Gal King Swordmaster. Peacock Cobra, Gal King Rhino, and the bears get you Gal King Valitude, I think. The sea turtle and the walrus plus Gal Hunter gets you Gal Hunter Abyss. Gal Muscle plus the wallaby gets you Gal Muscle Magnum. And then finally, all of our new ones together get you Gal Guardian. So, peak. This is big. This is the first time this has ever happened. Basically, if you pick them up, you get a little pamphlet with info about them and then a slipcover for the boxes. There's art and stuff. There's concept art for the power animals. There's concept art for the mecha. There's comments from various staff members. And at the end, they tease Bat, Boar, and Manta Ray, which, as we talked about, or as we showed already, Bat, Manta Ray, Boar, more mecha. Specifically, these three together, I believe, make Gal Trio, I believe is the name of it. Growl Triple. It's another full mecha, basically, for Gao Ranger. Amongst all of the combos that are present within all of that material. And now we'll swap over to the blog because the blog has more pictures and details about this stuff. And yeah, here is your picture of basically everything that they have done so far. I think this is 32. Might be wrong. Second. You know, there's a tweet from someone that said how many power animals they've done. 18. 30. 30? 30. The 30? That's 18. That's 19. 31. Yes, 31, I believe, is our count. But yeah, here is 31 of the power animals that the S&P has done so far. Nice little collage. And specifically in this blog, they talk about how they want to shoot for 100. They want to do all of them, which is kind of insane because it's a lot. But we'll talk about how that's a little bit more doable here in a second. And I'll actually use one person on Twitter's list to kind of help illustrate that. So ignore this tweet real quick. We'll come back to it. Also, it's technically 101 because the Wallaby is 2, because little baby Wallaby, but we're going to ignore him. They also tell you to ignore baby Wallaby. Don't worry about it. Anyway. So here's some more pictures. Here is Peacock. The S&P stream also had all of these in hand with color, I think color prototypes. I don't know if they would be fully reflective of the release form, but they were fully painted. They did not show putting them together, probably because they were a little bit fragile right now. They also didn't want to go through that, but anyway, yeah, here's Peacock and Cobra. Cobra does come out of its little pot, and it can also curl up into a puck and fit into the pot. Peacock has multiple weapons from the feathers. So you get a regular sword, you get 2 daggers, you get I forget the exact name, but it's what Chingy has in Zenless. A little detachable staff, and then a double-ended staff. And Gao King can wield all of them. And also one of the, like the staff can be taken apart slightly to make a flute, basically, to call the Cobra. And then we have the Valiant form, which the Cobra goes into the slot that the Armadillo normally goes in for the Rhino boots here. But then you get extra knee pads, you get knuckles for the bears, and then Peacock goes on back, which is a very cool little combo. Then C2 and Walrus. They go on Gal Hunter. You get big staff with a lot of the parts from the Walrus, basically. And then our Wallaby friend here has a lot of articulation and stuff. The smaller one can go into the bigger one's pocket. but then big backpack, big knuckles, like a big old knuckle duster, and gun for Gal Muscle. And then together they become Gal Guardian. And you've got these little insert pieces to kind of like fill in the gap that's right here to make it look a little bit nicer. And then it has like a bow and arrow finisher. And then here's some of the extra combinations you can do. You can do, I guess, Gal King Abyss, basically. I guess it would still be Gal King Abyss, since it is still the sea lion and the turtle. Gal Hunter Swordmaster, I would assume. They don't have names for these. Gal Muscle Swordmaster again. Gal Muscle Valitude, I believe. That would be Gal... I would say Gal Muscle Abyss, but it's only the sea turtle. So I guess whatever armament the sea turtle would be. I think there's a name for it. I think I caught somewhere in the stream, but I don't remember what it is. There's Gal Hunter Magnum, basically, and then Gal King Magnum. Or Gal? Yeah, that'd be Gal King Magnum, I would say. And then, like, Sea Lion can just replace an arm. Or the Walrus can replace an arm. Sea Turtle can replace an arm. The Wallaby can act as boots. And then again, Manta, Bat, Boar, Inbound. I forget exactly where in the blog they say they're going to shoot for 100, but they're damn well going to try. Which, again, that sounds like a lot, because we're only, like, a third of the way there, but... Yeah, Hellfire, come on! All right. But yeah, we're a third of the way through. It sounds like a lot. But to the team's benefit, thanks, is this name taken on Twitter for kind of doing a little bit of this breakdown. So there are two power animals that are DX toys that exist that are part of this 100 but have not been made yet. There is Gal Panda, which, as you can see, it's literally those two bears again, but now it's both white and black because it's a panda instead of a black bear and a polar bear. And then we go past a lot of this new stuff. We have Gal Ape, which is just Gal Gorilla and Gal Kong again, but in silver because it's a silverback gorilla. So that's like two repaints that just exist. But as is his name taken tries to like point out here, a lot of the Gal animals that we already have can be repainted into other ones just because, well, it's a shark. We're going to do the shark again. So as an example, Gal Panda, again, as you saw, that's the bear mold again. Gal Stingray, since we are getting Gal Manta, Gal Stingray is just that again, basically. Horse can probably be remade off of the giraffe, basically, I would assume, is the thought process. Mouse can probably be repainted. I assume I'm reading this right. or the pinks are the repaints. Crow could come off of eagle. Yeah, the blues are all the ones we have concept art for. Pinks are our repaints. Tortoise, I think they specifically call that out because sea turtle is basically, again, turtle. They could just turn that into tortoise. Hawk, vulture, owl, I probably can all be pulled off the eagle mold. Gal cougar can be pulled off the tiger mold that already exists. Gal kangaroo, hey look, it's a wallaby, because some people think it's a kangaroo. No, it's technically a wallaby. If you don't know the difference, don't worry. It's a very minute difference. But kangaroo can be made off the wallaby mold. Orangutan probably can be made off our existing monkey molds. Japanese wolf, oh look, we have a wolf mold. Another bear. Dolphin can be made off our shark mold. Same with the orca. Black panther can be made off the cat mold. Same with the cheetah. But you kind of get the idea here looking at this. Hell, there's a snake again. They could literally just be cobra again. Eel could probably be pulled off the cobra mold. And serpent. But yeah, you get the idea from this. It's like a lot of these animals have overlaps just because of what they could be, what they are. Four-legged cats are going to be basically all the same four-legged cats with a different deco and a different design. I think will be interesting if we go back to our concept art for a second, is that, you know, our peacock, you know, we saw off like our two groups that we've gotten announced so far. They form full mechas. We've got another full mecha here, basically. And like two more full mechas here, basically. It'll be kind of interesting because I think specifically, I think it's the picture at the end. Bloop. Where's the picture? Where's the picture? Picture, please. Picture, please. Here's the pic with all the mecha. Is it? I have to go back. I have to go back to the website for that pic. Yeah, here it is. Can we just open this up? Zone. Yeah, we go to this picture. Kind of want to point this out here because, again, all those power animals are also present here. We technically only have 4 unique mechas that can exist at once, basically. If you were to only have only one of each power animal so far, we can only get about, actually, 5 unique mechas. We can only have Gal King, Gal Hunter, Gal Icarus, Gal Guardian, and Gal God. Because Gal Muscle uses Gal Ape, this gorilla, the bears, and then Bison again. Or Bison and Eagle again. Gal Knight uses, I think, subs in for basically lion here from the movie, and then uses elephant for sword and shield. And then, you know, Cobra here subs in for the armadillo that's over here on Gal Icarus. So I think I would have to think the team knows this. The S&P team understands and knows this, and will kind of go, okay, so we need to make unique legs for Gal Muscle, basically. Because Gal Muscle is, you know, this ape, the pandas, basically, or bears, basically. We need legs for Gal muscle. And then we need basically arms and legs for Gal Knight. So it'll be interesting to see how they hopefully tackle that problem. I think that, for me at least, that would be like the big thing, is to be like, okay, by the end of this, we should be able to have like a full fleet of mechas without anyone feeling left out. Because if we can figure out, whatever legs we do for Gal muscle, we could get Cobra in there, which wouldn't be too bad of a solution, especially since they put Cobra right there next to the bears. That feels intentional, like, hey, we're gonna give legs to Gal muscle, unique legs to Gal muscle. You know, our elephant friend isn't over there next to Gal Knight, but it feels like, hey, if we're gonna do like arms and legs for Gal Knight, like that's the easy solution to get elephant into somewhere, and that basically gets us to a point where, okay, everything here forward has to like will fit together eventually. I feel like if we can like identify, like if someone wants to take the deep dive, because I about started doing that deep dive today, and I was like, God, I am not in the mood to do this. I am neither in the mood or in the right headspace to be sitting here and trying to puzzle all this out. But if you could identify what everything is in terms of like what could be arms, what could be legs, what could be a body, because that's basically how Gal Rangers mechas are like subsection off, is that, you know, power animals are arms, legs, chest, or armaments. They're very rarely more than, some of them are very rarely more than 2 of those. You know, some of the ones we're getting here are 2 of those. Are acting kind of like 2 of those basic, or fall into 2 of those categories. But it will be really interesting to see kind of like that. That's like the most interesting thing for me. I think it would also be pretty cool if by the end of the project, if someone can just be like, here's the Gal Ranger Animal Kingdom, just has everyone laid out in a cool picture. And then like it does end up being a case where it's like, hey, here's every unique mecha. Nothing duped, nothing repeated. Everyone has a home in terms of a mecha. I think that'd be really cool. How we get there, it's going to be a process. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because that was probably the coolest thing to come out of this SMP stream. Because like I don't have an interest in picking this up, but from I don't know, just an outside looking in perspective, I think this is a really cool thing. And I can't wait to see picks from collectors who are just like have went all in on this and have everybody and have like maybe do a cool display with it. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, that's to talk about stuff. We're gonna get to Zenless. Okay, that was weird. Oh, one of the folks I follow, Ty Tuesday, did basically a roasting of the new Hoyo's games, not Pokemon, and I'll be honest, he's not wrong. Like, I got to see some of them, but I was busy, like, getting food and stuff at the time. so I didn't get to see everything. But like the ones I did see, I'm like, eh, eh, eh. Like a lot of meh. Like a whole lot of meh across the board. I don't think anything really hit me of just like, oh, look at this little scrimblow. Oh, look at this little guy. This little guy's cool. There was very little of that, and like that's pretty telling in my opinion of like, if you are doing a game or anything that is featuring little scrimblow guys, just little guys that you're supposed to like fall in love with and like catch and like be like, look at my guy, ain't he cool? Like, you gotta come out swinging with that stuff, otherwise people are just gonna be like, what I fucking care. But why do I care? They're not things. Turn off Richard. Oh. I guess we do have another event. I didn't realize we had another event active. I expected to just be grinding out materials and stuff for Pyrois, since I'm trying to get them maxed out for the future. We are 42. Which means we should be able to do this easily. Let's clear the board. Blue. Center. Green. Air. Another blue. I didn't clear that perfectly, but oh well. should do the quest first, because that will unlock stuff for us. Or anything.
You won't change my mind, Peach. The assembly method isn't interesting enough. Points off. The design isn't bold enough. Points off. The color scheme is too plain. Points off. Then I won't have a single point left. Professor, Shelby's about to cry. Low emotional resilience. Should we deduct more points? Damn it. Neither of you understand my sense of humor. Points off. Miss Norma, you're too strict. At this rate, there won't be any points left to deduct. My assistant has clearly misunderstood the chief technician's standards. Points off for you two. All right, everyone. Take your seats. Manager, you sit down too. Huh? Me too? All right. Let's hear what she has to say. Well, now that class is almost over, I'm going to assign your homework. You need to find more, even prettier, and rarer bottle caps on the streets of Buastrum. The kind that Bangbu can't resist! Can you guys do that? Professor, why do you want us to find rare bottle caps? Because rare bottle caps are a Bangbu's favorite treasure! If you're studying Bangbu, you should understand what they like. Don't let Miss Norma down! That makes so much sense. Don't worry, Miss Norma. We'll get it done.
Hey, Nibbles Buddy, how's it going? Just miss me talking about Gow Ranger stuff.
Then I'm gonna find more than you
For way
shall.
too long for someone who has never watched Gow Ranger.
Gray, don't run off ahead. Wait for me.
Ah,
With a little clever planning, even the rarest bottle caps are within reach. As expected of me.
yeah, hopefully everything's good.
So, you want to use even more, even rarer bottle caps to help the Bangbu with their gathering? As if. Why would I bother with those idiots? Can't I just toss the bottle caps into the park fountain as wish coins or something? Besides, I don't need rare bottle caps to motivate the Bangbu to devote themselves to repairing the central computing hub. No one could say no to a once-in-a-generation genius like me. After all, I've been working tirelessly these days and have finally figured something out. The little Bangbu are definitely going to be very happy. What is it? When you ran off last time, was it because you figured out the purpose of the Bangbu gathering? Would such a simple puzzle really stump a genius? I've already figured out the gathering, but that's not what truly makes Bangbu happy. I've been working day and night and finally figured out the logical architecture of the chip.
okay.
This time, there's no way it'll fail. You said not to be too focused on the outcome, and to think about a genius's problems like a carefree idiot. And honestly, I felt a sense of relief after hearing that. I'm glad our encouragement worked. You managed to crack the research problem.
Okay, so as far as we know from the Q&A Rockstar has put out, they have specifically stated that GTA 6 is a single-player game. Presumably, either there will be a GTA Online 2 after the fact, or they will simply keep GTA Online as is going and, like, do some sort of update to include GTA 6 stuff, basically. As far as we know, GTA 6 does not have any version or thing of GTA Online in any capacity. Exactly. And price-wise, it is $80 with a collector's edition that is $100 with a bunch of stuff in it. That is in-game on that $100. Yes.
Wow, giving yourself all the credit now. Fine, I guess it did help a little. Alright, it's decided. From now on, you'll be in charge of training Bamboo in the lab. Turn them into boosters in 1 day, and the backbone of Booastrum in 10. Now that I've figured out the chip's architecture, I'm only 1 step away from the first test. All I need is to fully restore the central computing hub. So I stayed up all night and developed a new module. You haven't been staying up all this time, have you? Not sleeping enough makes it hard to grow taller. Nonsense. I'm definitely going to grow super tall. Even taller than the biggest Bamboo in Rose Califer. Let's head back to the lab first, Honorary Assistant. I want to show you the new module I built.
So officially, Star Wars Eclipse is not dead.
You won't change my mind.
Yet. Basically, Quantic Dream has been in trouble for the last few months. And, look, Quantic Dream's multiplayer game, which, by the way, if you didn't know, Quantic Dream had a multiplayer game that came out within the last, 3 months, and I believe is already dead. So, yeah, Quantic Dream is not in great shape. The conversation is less, is Star Wars Eclipse dead? And more is Quantic Dream dead? Is the more apt thing, that is a more apt question to be asked. Yeah. It's Dream Spellcaster Chronicles. That thing. No, that's Spellcaster Chronicles. That's Quantic Dream. Yes, that Quantic Dream. That's theirs. And as you can tell, it didn't go well because you probably didn't know about it. It's just like how I posed the question to a Discord chat of look, we got a Destiny spinoff, but I guarantee you no one in this Discord chat knows what it is or when it came out. And I'm sure no one listening to this knows that there's a Destiny spinoff and how long it's been out. Again, when it comes to Destiny, I look at anyone being like, oh, Destiny was always good. Destiny was always this. And I go, bull fucking shit. Don't you fucking glaze Destiny like this. We all know fucking better. At least we all fucking should know better.
At the current pace of repairs, we'll be able to start the first test very soon. It doesn't matter if those silly Bangboo are too busy with their gathering to work in the lab. As long as we improve our efficiency, nothing is impossible.
All right. Since the Bangboo can't work here full time, guess I'll just have to push
I guess
myself
you
to work
enjoyed
harder.
the no clips
And harder.
look at the Jedi system in Star Wars Galaxies. I feel like I did too an eternity ago, but I never did because I wasn't at I didn't have like the right setup and stuff for it way back in the day.
So, can you at least tell me what the gathering is about to compensate for all my hard work?
No, it's not time for that yet, honorary assistant.
I thought we were besties. I can't believe you're keeping this secret all to yourself. Now I'm sad.
Hey, don't look at me like that. If you think you can guilt trip a genius into breaking down in tears, you're wrong. The art of drama and magic lies in timing. It's only fun when you reveal the answer at just the right moment. Don't worry, you'll know. Just not now. Because we're going to Emerald Central Park to meet Victor.
The Bangboo that's about to retire and leave Rose Califer? Why do I need to go?
Because it's almost time for when I'm supposed to meet Victor, so we should go together. Let's head out, honorary assistant.
Ah, yeah. Now how much is it going to cost per request for this new Chat GPT?
We tested Bangboo paddle boats near that fountain.
Wow, this board is huge.
We should hold another Bangboo board climbing contest.
I've been very tired and just not willing to deal with stuff this week. To be perfectly honest,
That's not true. I've always been a brilliant and meticulous genius in Belina's eyes. I'd never give her a headache. Stop! Victor, let's talk about something more cheerful. We're about to complete the first chip test together. You'll be the first Bangboo in Rose Califer to preserve your memories with the chip. Aren't you excited? Maybe
That's
to the
good.
Victor and New Eridu, Rose Califer is just a hazy dream. But you'll recognize me right away, and we can keep making new inventions together. Easy, just forge the manager's signature and have her post bail. Wait, why are you even assuming I'd get into trouble?
Me? sky-high electricity bill to pay every month, plus a socially awkward older brother and a bunch of other bangbu to take care of. Norma, try not to get caught by public security when you cause trouble, okay?
Na, na, na. Na, na, na. Wada na. Na?
That's not the same! If you lose your memories, then you're not the Victor I know anymore.
Na, na. Na?
Don't try to spin it like that! Why are all the other bangbu afraid of forgetting their friends, but you can just decide to leave like it's nothing? Aren't you even afraid of losing your memories?
Na.
That's not fair. You get to choose to forget me completely and never have to feel sad about saying goodbye again. But I would still remember you. And I'd remember all the sorrow and pain. It's just so unfair. Are the memories you shared with me and the bangbu at Rose Califer really not important to you at all?
Anna. Anna. Anna, Anna. Anna, Anna.
I don't understand.
Anna. Anna, Anna. Anna. Anna, Anna. Anna. Anna, Anna. Anna. Anna, Anna. Anna.
But I don't want the memories we've shared to disappear. Not even a bit.
The time you two spent together made Victor a bangbu who dares to follow his curiosity and step into an unfamiliar world. That is proof those memories never fade.
I know, you're all just trying to keep me from feeling too much pressure. Worried I won't be able to accept failing again. That's why you're saying this.
Anna. Anna, Anna. Anna, Anna.
And I need to change you even more. Until I create the best memory filtering chip for you to use. I won't fail this time, and I won't give up because of failure either. No matter how much effort it takes, I will finish it no matter what.
Anna. Anna. Anna.
After modifying the logic core, I should have been able to finish the design quickly, but I didn't expect to run into so many difficulties. It's all because Bangu's core registry code is so messy! Not elegant or clean at all! It's caused me a lot of extra problems.
Anna.
Right! Then she actually did a pretty good job!
Wow, Norma, that's quite a quick change of attitude. I thought a brilliant chief technician would question it a bit more.
Oh, stop messing around! It's getting late! I need to get back to designing the architecture. Victor, if there's any good news about the chip, I'll let you know.
Anna. 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 Anna.
And we'd better use the memory filtering chip to make sure you remember them properly.
Anna. Anna.
Compared to last time at the park, Victor seems shorter. No, that can't be right. Bangbu can't get shorter. I must just be too sleepy. Let's hurry back to the lab and get back to work.
Alright, back to just upgrading.
Oh, oh no.
Okay. React. Blue. Oh, okay. Alright, I only lost one, so that's an S rank at least. Alright, same team. I almost got rid of the board I had, which would have not helped. Since this board is actually working out well for us. change it. Not feeling it after the new one. I do not recognize that name offhand. Okay. Okay, so that's related to that. I saw that part of like, folks are losing access to stuff that they have digitally on their Sony accounts. I didn't realize that was the other end of that. They're yeah, and it's like good movies too, because I believe Terminator and like are a part of that, which is that's not great. That doesn't feel good at all. There's a reason I'm always like, hey, Discotech does really good stuff. Check them out. Fortunately, they're the U.S. company selling to U.S. folks, so overseas is a problem, but also Yar Harmy Hardy Har will never be wrong. Will never be a wrong choice.
Hang tight. It'll be ready in a...
Ever-burning flames.
What am I still missing at Paris? It's a lot of things. Not as much of that as everything else, so we can probably do that real quick.
Stay vigilant. Off balance. Easy work. Great timing. A sound strategy.
Okay. Hooray. Okay.
Ever-burning
That is going to
flames.
annoy me to no end, so I need those materials. Oh, that's for modification. Where? I'm gonna be annoyed that that W engine is not level 60 and that's 56, even though it doesn't really matter. But it bugs me, so it needs to be max level. So we're gonna do this real quick.
With pleasure. Easy work. Right on cue.
Hopefully that's enough. Why am I going to the events tab?
My
I don't need to go to the
flames
events tab right
will
now.
never die out.
Really? Just barely not enough.
Ever-burning flames.
One more time. I have, well, I've only submitted one of the sprite sheets I found in All Writer Revolution to the Sprite Resources website. Every time I've checked, they haven't approved it. Granted, I did put in, like, into the information in there, this is not the complete whole. I can't find what I know to be the other, like, sprite sheet associated with at least Ichigo, because that's who I put up to their site.
Mind the blind spot.
Mostly as,
Great timing.
I took a break this week, because, like I said, I've not felt good. I did figure out what I need to do to get
Down strategy.
the planes to cooperate like I was wanting them to for the Aito Kami, for the neck and, like, the back tail part, basically.
Off balance.
But I just haven't felt good this week, and I was like, I can't fight with cat stuff. Yeah, we're still on the Aito Dragon. We'll probably be on the Aito Dragon for a while, because I have, and as I try to talk about, the internet breaks. Thanks. Still solving that problem. I've replaced the router for that, and that didn't fix it. Of course it fucking didn't.
My flames will never die out. Ever-burning flames.
Anyway, as I was trying to say, we'll probably be on Agito for a while, because even though I have 3 body segments done in legs and feet to where I done, we still have a neck section, a back, basically body section that would connect to the tail, the head, and the tail. And those are all like a stream or two a piece, basically. So we're on Agito for a while.
Ever-burning flames.
ever-burning flames.
Okay,
Don't frighten me like that!
Hey, don't look down on. Oh gosh.
I have.
Awaiting further instructions.
Is it time? Take your time. I'm listening.
all right. I need to take a break. I need to go and walk around for a minute. Probably get me a drink. So I'll be back, folks. All right, I'm back, folks. Before we get back to it, I checked before I got up. Blockies are showing off Ichigo and Nigo for Rider Galaxy S1. Ah. Oh, wrong way. There's Nigo. Doesn't come with anything. No surprise. Then there is Ichigo. He comes with a kick effect, I assume. I do wish there was the option to do the black helmet version of Nigo, because I prefer that look. Just to help Ichigo and Nigo look different on a shelf. The black helmet is from Stronger, I think. It's just Stronger, basically, when you had your Legendary 7 team up and the like. It was that in Megamax. Both have Nigo have a black helmet instead of the green helmet. That helps them kind of differentiate from Ichigo a little bit more. It's actually what I have on my shelf. Since Shoto X did, I believe, original Nigo, and then I think they included the parts to swap, to make that like current Nigo, basically. So yeah, thought I'd show that off real quick. Ugh. All right. Do a hunt. That way I get credit for it.
Fall back. Easy. Easy work. Wide open. Great timing. Huh? Face the consequences. Right on cue. How about some music? Let's test your math. No escape. He won't back down. Easy work. Justice is served.
Easy enough.
ever-burning flames.
A little bit more change in my pocket.
Wow, it's a great time. Hello again. Keep a lookout. Just some pesky flies. A sound strategy. Right over. Easy work. Huh?
Oh my god, again, they're not level. Got an account level. I'm still surprised I'm not like max level in this game. Oh. That's almost all of Lycons.
Touch my tail.
I shall follow your orders. I'm at your disposal.
You won't change my mind, Teach.
Maybe there's been some misunderstanding between us.
Damn it, somebody had to be like, hey, by the way, that season 2 of that Netflix Avatar show's up. And I'm like, oh, good.
Oh my.
Felina, perfect timing. Mr. Gumi, he
took one look at our exam scores, completely short-circuited, and fell to the floor.
What should we do, Miss Velina? We are obviously not a threat to Mr. Gumi's academic reputation. What's with the big reaction?
Though you may be zero threat to Mr. Gumi academically, You are certainly more than
Hello.
capable of destroying his reputation as an educator.
Hello.
Honestly, fainting is
So,
completely understandable.
how's the new Star
He's in the middle of
Fox?
annual teaching evaluations, after all. Now then,
I'm realizing that I'm not caring about the character models as much as I figured I would.
Well, yeah, you don't really aren't really staring at them too much unless you're like watching the briefing scenes.
Just because the exam format changed, then yes.
Outside of that,
something worth investigating.
It's Star Fox 64, but looks better.
Yep. Although they did do one change that I disagree with.
I mean, which one?
So, you know the boss that bitch slaps Slippy to Macbeth?
Yeah, and when you actually succeed at that one, you can't change to go to Titania. You have to go to Macbeth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I found that out from a YouTube short, and I'm like, what the? Why did we change that? Why are we saying that fixes a plot hole? No one cared.
But it fixes a plot hole.
Do you care about co-op? Because there's a co-op that is basically one person flies while the other person shoots.
Which is little brother co-op.
Basically. There's a 4v4 multiplayer mode.
I kind of want to try that.
There's lore now, because there's data entries and stuff, and well, there's an explanation for why Fox doesn't really care for his dad in this new version.
Which I didn't quite grasp why we had to do that. Because that feels like the opposite of what the original meaning was there.
Honestly, I didn't really care where they got the Great Fox from. I figured they just got it from somewhere. It's like, oh yeah, James took out an 80-year loan on this shit, and now Fox has to deal with it. And it's like, well, that's a good reason to be upset at your dad.
Yeah, but I feel like that part of it is just shoehorned in at this point. Because I don't feel like that was the original.
I don't think there was anything to start with, to be perfectly honest.
Well, no, the dialogue kind of would suggest that he kind of looked up to him, kind of deal.
Well, yeah, I was just meaning the loan on the fucking Great Fox. Like, look, no one bothered to say where the Great Fox came from till now.
This idea is actually pretty. All right, let's start a new.
Amongst all the other little lore bits they've hidden away.
I do love the slight touch they did to the, I guess, technically bad ending.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's a little more slap you in the face of, oh, that wasn't the good ending. Go try again.
Yeah. I've seen a cutscene compilation that basically did.
Yeah, technically it does have a bad ending.
Yeah, it's called you did blue route or yellow route. Red route's true ending because you actually go blow up an Andros.
Venom only has blue and red.
Oh,
there is no yellow route going into Venom.
Right.
It is blue route.
Right. Yellow basically is blue route with more steps.
No, yellow, you can still go to red.
Oh, well, yeah.
Macbeth is the last that you can pivot.
Yeah. But yeah, if you come in from not Area 6, what's the other place called?
Ballsy.
Ballsy. If you come in from Ballsy, you only fight Andros, and then actually you don't even. Do you fight Robot Head Andros in this?
Are you talking about Red Path? Because that is Area 6.
No, like when you do Blue Path. Like you blow up Andros.
Blue Path, you've got the full level of Venom, and then you've got
Mhm.
Stone Guardian, and then the robot
Yeah,
Andros.
you do Andros, and then you have like the robot version of him because it's not the real version of him. And then Red Path, it's Andros and then Brain. I was trying to think, wait, did we fight the robot head in the new one? Because I don't remember seeing it.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess
They have oversimplified it, though.
That makes
because
sense.
I was going to try to laser kill it, and no, bomb. Bomb to the face, that ends it.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh.
Because one of the folks I follow is doing the runs with the co-op turned on. But
also, as per the norm that has been happening here recently, it feels like they made Blue Path Andros fight a little harder. Like, not horribly, but it feels like more shots are needed to progress the phase for it.
Interesting, because I was gonna say,
it's like they tweaked the damages just enough to where you notice it if you've played it.
Yeah.
But not enough to where if this is your first time playing this game that you'd be like, oh, well, that's harder. It feels fine.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, 64 might be a little too easy for the Blue Path final fight.
Yeah. One of the folks I follow is doing the game at the moment, but they're doing the co-op stuff, but every $20 they have to swap Joy-Cons. So they basically have to chuck the other Joy-Cons at each other to swap.
Oh boy.
They did. I actually got to see what was basically full Red Path, except they failed the stealth mission, but then got back on track. They did not do alternate cutscenes for like most of the swaps, did they?
So I know going out of Medio, there is 2 different cutscenes for sure.
Okay.
And I say that because I know that from the demo. I would assume that there's at least however many, even if it's slight differences to the cutscenes based off of which path you would be going.
Okay.
So, like, I would assume Sector X has 3 different cutscenes because there's the warp up to Z, the path where you don't lose Slippy and go to Macbeth, and the path where you do lose Slippy and go to Titania.
Yeah. For this, I watched the cutscene compilation that basically did, here's Blue Path, basically, here's Yellow Path, here's Red Path, in terms of your order of planets. And it seemed like it was the same cutscenes at your divergent points, and I guess maybe I wasn't paying attention hard enough to see the differences.
I feel like it's slight differences.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the ones coming out of Medio for both Katina and Ficina, if you only finish Medios proper, you only get told about Ficina.
Mm-hmm.
If you go through the warp, then you get told about Katina, and then no, you get told about both from Pepper then.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when you make that decision on which way you go.
That's probably the thing I honed in on, was every time they mentioned both paths, I'm like, this is here because we are making this so we don't have to make 2 cutscenes.
No, they still make 2 cutscenes is the thing. Because there's a cutscene, I would have to think the in-game concept for it is there's a cutscene that is the canon cutscene, and then a cutscene that is the rest of the crew all just tuning out to like half of the dialogue.
Which they often do in this game.
Uh-huh.
Although I do appreciate how much Fox just hammers away at Pepper, going, "You're fucking paying us, right? We're not cheap. You're paying us a lot for this." Like,
You know,
somebody.
I'm fine with that, but at the same time, I feel like all the proper personality that we got out of at least Fox and Falco, like Slippy and Peppy, both feel like they're pretty on point.
Mhm.
But it feels like with them two, we lose some of the snarkiness that we had in 64, and that was kind of a draw for it.
Yeah.
And there's minor dialogue changes too that I'm just sitting there and I'm like, you basically said the same thing. Why didn't you just leave the original line? The
Yeah.
original lines weren't bad.
Yeah, and when I was listening to some of the dialogue, some of the direction for even the lines that are accurate, I'm like, this is missing a little bit of sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some people understood the assignment, some people did not understand the assignment when it came to the direction, and I'm willing to chop it up to direction rather than the voice actor.
Same. And I almost, well, yes and no, same. Like I said, Slippy and Peppy feel like they're spot on.
Mm-hmm.
It's really Fox and Falco that I'm kind of having the problem with.
Yeah.
Because rather than Falco kind of sounding like a smart aleck, like he does in 64, it's more like he's just sounding like he's condescending. And it's like, I don't care for that as much.
Yeah, he's a little bit too up his own ass in this.
Yeah. And I don't know, something about the way they had Fox be done, just outside of the interactions with him and Pepper, just don't really feel like they're on point. Like there's still something missing, but I just can't figure out what. It's almost as if there might have been a little bit on the back end, like something got re-recorded part of the way through.
Probably.
And maybe that's why I feel that disjoint there. And most of the boss dialogues don't feel right.
Oh, I am surprised.
And-
Steve
and-
Blum is not Wolf. It is somebody else entirely. It is not him, even though it sounds like his Wolverine voice.
The biggest problem I have with any of the voice acting in it has to be the bosses. The bosses, and honestly, Rob.
God, yep. That was the exact like they did not deliver this line right. I was thinking exactly of the Rob lines I heard. I was just like, they went to customer support with Rob.
Well, and Rob feels too human. That was the thing that kind of was good with 64, was Rob felt robotic.
Mm-hmm.
Which was intentional. This, it's like you said, it feels customer servicey and it feels human, not robot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, give us old Rob.
Yeah, the specific lines I'm remembering are basically the Area 6 into Venom lines that he says there. I'm just like, you should have done pass on these.
What's wild, though, is Andros feels spot on, even though he has barely any lines.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, out of all of them that you could have screwed up, that one actually could have been the one.
Mm-hmm.
And you nailed that.
Oh, I have grabbed all of the games for that we have yet to do for Cubiverse. Except technically the Smuggler Run that's on the tier list, because that's technically the wrong Smuggler's Run. Apparently GameCube never got Smuggler's Run 2.
Mm.
It only ever got Smuggler Run 1. I'm like, all right, cool. That's fine. It's basically the same game. Oh, router did not change anything, to no shock on my part.
What? No way. It's almost as if, Spectrum sucks.
Yeah. Granted, there's a reason that I am not trying to talk to them, because I have not been in the mood for anything this week, and I am ready to snap at somebody, and I do not want to snap at customer support for Spectrum. They don't deserve that. Well, the person talking to me does not deserve that. Spectrum probably deserves it, but not that person.
Yeah. I've invited you, by the way.
Okay. Apparently, it decided not to just automatically refresh with the invite, because I had it sitting there for a while. It was like, you haven't been invited yet. And I'm like, all right, I'll wait.
I do have to say I do like the challenges that we've got in it now. That adds a little bit of replayability to Star Fox for sure.
Which is kind of like the point of the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Because someone I saw was just like, yeah, it was 64. It's only 1 to 2 hours. It shouldn't be $60. And I'm like, correct. But also, the entire point is you play this game multiple times. It's you do a couple of different routes. Is there any, like, sicko challenges buried in there?
Oh, I'm sure there are on Expert.
Okay. Because I found out one. It might be a challenge. It's do the Andros brain fight, but never make him teleport. And I'm like, ooh, I hate that.
Ooh.
I hate that. Because that basically means you have
to... That has to be an Expert challenge, then.
I believe it is. I heard that, and I'm like, that's some sicko shit, and I hate it. Because you have to manually get behind him now, because it's easier to force him to teleport to get behind him. It's like, nope, you got to do it the hard way now. And I'm like, great. That's fine.
I always had an easier time just getting behind him manually, but my problem was I'd miss too many shots and he'd teleport.
Hmm.
And then when he'd teleport like right on top of me, and I'd get stuck and wings broke. It never failed. And fun fact, Andros brain, when you have no wings, sucks.
Oh, I about did Blue Path Andros last night with no wings.
That one's not a problem.
I was like, I don't feel like doing...
Red Path Andros sucks.
Yeah, I did feel like doing cat stuff last night, so I did a Star Fox 64 Blue Path run, because I'm like, I want to do the easy path. I don't want to do Red Path tonight. So I did blue path. Just did normal blue path. Got to monkey golem boss. Broke all my shit on the goddamn pillars. So I basically went into Andros with no wings and green lasers. Luckily, there was a wing repair and one laser upgrade, so I had to do Andros with duels.
Which is not that bad.
No. Especially if you're like me and just go, no, I'm stunning you forever with eyes. Get fucked, idiot. Because you just chain stun him forever with the off his eyes. Which I assume the new game still has.
I couldn't get it to work, but I'm sure it is there. So.
Okay. The folks I was watching didn't do it, but they weren't really trying for it. So I was a little concerned because I'm like, did they take that out?
I usually can blow the first hand up first and start in on the second hand. So brain defaulted to that, and by the time I realized what I had done, he already swiped at me and broke one of my wings.
Oof.
And I'm like, well, and now I'm screwed. So, yeah, I don't know.
Heck, damn it, stop going back to the title screen. Stay.
But I should be ready.
All right, I will take the stream down and we'll be right back with Cubiverse Godzilla here in a second, folks.